Here's the next chapter of Manor of Obsession. From writer, Obsessed Quill. Manor of Obsession, Chapter 3, The Arrival of Shadows. Sleep came quickly. The girl curled under the heavy blankets, her breath slow and shallow as her mind drifted into the waiting dark. The weight of the day had crushed her, and for the first time since she entered the manor, her eyelids didn't resist the silence. And in her dreams, he appeared. A man stood before her, cloaked in shadows, yet his features glowed with an ethereal light. His hair was the color of midnight, silky and unruly, falling just like hers, and his eyes... One was the pale gray of cold morning fog, the other the deep, endless blue of the ocean, just like hers. He gazed at her with haunting warmth, something that made her heart ache in ways she didn't understand. Then he whispered her name, so gently, like it was the only word he'd ever spoken. Althea Argo, you are. But she never heard the end. Her eyes flew open. Her chest rose and fell with sharp breaths. Who was that man? Why did he call my name, Althea Argo? What does it mean? He looked like me. He even felt like a part of me. And he was beautiful, terrifying, familiar. She climbed out of bed and moved toward the window. The rain had begun, thick and wild, dancing against the glass like whispers in the night. She squinted. Down the long driveway, headlights cut through the darkness. 3 black cars, sleek, expensive, dangerous. She leaned in closer, her breath fogging the glass. Servants rushed outside with black umbrellas, lining up as the cars came to a slow, dramatic stop. 3 men stepped out, one from each car. Tall, sharp silhouettes, like gods carved in the middle of a storm. But she couldn't see their faces, only the way the servants bowed, almost in fear, and the way the men moved, like they were used to the world bowing too. Who are they? Why are they here? At this hour? Curiosity clawed at her. She reached for her robe and slipped into the hallway, silent as a shadow. She had to know. Something deep in her bones screamed that their arrival would change everything. But before she could take another step, a figure appeared in front of her, still as a statue. She gasped, taking a step back. The butler. His expression was cold, unmoving, like he had been carved from the manor itself. "You are still awake, Lady Elena Velian?" he asked, his voice low and formal. She hated that name. She still wasn't used to it. "I was thirsty," she whispered. The butler's gaze hardened. He didn't believe her, or maybe he simply didn't care. "I'll bring you water. Do not leave your room for 3 days," he said without blinking. "If you need anything, call a servant." Then, just as silently, he turned and disappeared into the dark. She stood frozen for a moment, then backed into her room, he closing the door with trembling fingers. Why 3 days? What are they hiding? Who are those men? In the west wing of the manor, behind locked doors and deeper shadows, a room glowed dimly. No windows, just stone walls and a long, polished table. The father sat at its head, silent and commanding. The 3 sons entered, one by one, their features hidden in the flicker of the low chandelier, their presence impossible to ignore. "Did you find the girl?" the father asked quietly. Silence. Then the second son let out a low chuckle and took a seat lazily. "What's the occasion, father? I'm honored. After all these years, you finally invite your dearest sons into your sacred main manor. Are you ready to start pretending we matter now?" The father's eyes narrowed. "Answer the question." The third son leaned against the wall, a twisted smile playing at his lips. "I smell something. A little rat. What are you hiding, old man?" The eldest, Aron, remained still, his voice colder than the rain outside. "Why should we help you," he asked, "when you've never given us what we want most?" "My so-called father." The others scoffed. Bitter laughter filled the room like smoke, but the father simply folded his hands, his voice like steel. "I'll give you the item," he said, "each of you." That silenced them. Their eyes sharpened. The air grew thick with tension. "But only," the father added, "if you answer me honestly." The storm outside raged on, and within the manor, a darker storm had begun to brew. The next chapter, Bloodlines and Shadows. Subscribe our channel to hear more tragic stories. And thanks for watching.